Welcome back to another thrilling and eye-opening video from your favorite channel, JF Coin, the ultimate destination for rare coins, hidden treasures, and jaw-dropping coin values. If you've ever wondered if a simple Lincoln penny could change your life, you're about to be shocked. Because today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in modern American history, the 1994 Lincoln penny. This is no ordinary pocket change. Some these pennies have been sold for hundreds thousands dollars, and one particular piece has even fetched a mind-blowing market value of $779,344. That's right. A single copper-colored coin, just 1 cent to most people, could be worth more than a luxury sports car, a house, or even your entire retirement plan. So stay with me, because we're about to break down everything you need to know: the coin's history, the errors that make it rare, the minting secrets, and how to check if you might have one hiding in your home right now. Let's begin the treasure hunt. The story of the Lincoln penny begins in 1909, when President Abraham Lincoln's portrait was first stamped on the American 1-cent coin. This was a major event in U.S. history, the first time an actual American president appeared on circulating coinage. The design was crafted by renowned sculptor Victor David Brenner, and since then, the Lincoln cent has become one of the most collected coins in the world. Fast forward to 1994, a year that might seem pretty recent, but it's now over 30 years ago. In that year, the Denver Mint, marked by the D Mint mark, produced billions of Lincoln pennies. Most of them were standard, ordinary, nothing too special. But as every true collector knows, sometimes, mistakes happen, and that's where the value skyrockets. Now here's where things get exciting. Among the billions of 1994 Lincoln pennies, a tiny handful came out with minting errors that make them extremely rare and valuable: double die obverse, where Lincoln's face or the lettering appears doubled; off-center strikes, where the coin was not properly aligned during minting; wrong planchet errors, where the coin was struck on a metal blank meant for a different denomination, like a dime or foreign coin; high-grade uncirculated coins, with near-perfect surfaces, no scratches, and flawless details, often graded MS-68 or higher by professional coin grading services. These rare variations are not just collectors' favorites, they are investment-grade coins. Some have been sold in major auctions for tens of thousands of dollars. And yes, one spectacular piece, in mint state condition with a dramatic error and historical significance, reached a jaw-dropping sale price of $779,344 in a private transaction that shook the numismatic world. So how can you tell if the penny in your drawer is worth a fortune? Here's your ultimate checklist. Look for the D Mint mark. This penny must have the small ~neath the year 1994, indicating it was minted in Denver. Examine with a magnifier. Use a 10x loop or coin magnifier to inspect for doubling in letters like Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the date. Check the surface condition. The cleaner, shinier, and more flawless the coin, the higher the value. Look for odd shapes or strikes, off-center, thick edges, weird colors, or incorrect sizes can signal a wrong planchet or strike error. Get it professionally graded. If you suspect your coin is rare, submit it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can turn a $1 coin into a $100,000 gem. Now let's talk money. The average 1994 penny is only worth face value, just 1 cent. But here's what sets the rare ones apart: a 1994 penny with strong doubling and MS-67 grade has sold for over $2,000. A wrong planchet error penny sold at auction for more than $15,000. Uncirculated mint state examples in MS-68 have been valued as high as $25,000 to $50,000, and the record-breaking sale stands at $779,346. A coin with multiple factors: a rare mint error, immaculate condition, and provenance from a respected collection. The coin market is booming, and collectors are paying big bucks for pieces they once ignored. The 1994 Lincoln penny is no longer just a coin, it's a symbol of hidden fortune, and maybe the most unexpected millionaire maker in your home. Part 5. What to do if you find one. Here's the most important part. If you think you have a rare 1994 Lincoln penny, do not clean it, and do not spend it. Place it in a soft holder, protect it from fingerprints, and take high-resolution photos. Then, reach out to coin experts, appraisers, or grading services. Even if it's not a six-figure coin, it might still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. And just imagine, that little copper coin that's been sitting in your change jar could turn into a down payment on your dream home. Closing thoughts: the power of pennies. In the world of coins, knowledge is power, and sometimes, wealth hides in the most ordinary places. The 1994 Lincoln penny proves that even modern coins can hold extraordinary value if you know what to look for. So the next time you get change from the store, don't ignore those pennies. Check every one carefully, because you might just be holding the next treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, interesting, or exciting, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment below, and of course, subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing coin stories, real market values, and hidden treasures you never knew existed. This is your host from JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, your #1 destination for rare coin discoveries, shocking coin values, and untold American numismatic stories. Today's video will blow your mind, because we are about to uncover the incredible journey of a tiny copper coin that has shocked collectors and investors all over the world. Yes, we're talking about the one, the only, the legendary Lincoln penny, and how one of these little coins, which you might even have sitting quietly in your drawer or hidden deep in your pocket, is worth an eye-popping $779,344 in the current market. Get ready, because this is not just a story of history, this is a story of unexpected treasure, hidden value, and massive money. And by the end of this video, you'll be looking at every penny in your change jar with a brand new perspective. Let's rewind over a century. The year was 1909, a year that would mark a turning point in American coin history. President Abraham Lincoln's face was introduced on the U.S. 1-cent coin to commemorate his 100th birthday. This was revolutionary. Never before had an actual person been featured on a regular issue American coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was more than just currency. It was a tribute. It was also the very first U.S. coin to feature the motto, "In God We Trust." The early versions had wheat ears on the reverse, what we now call the famous wheat pennies, but over time, the Lincoln penny would go through a number of transformations, in design, in metal content, and most importantly, in value. Now, you may be asking yourself, how on earth can a penny be worth more than $750,000? What makes a single copper coin skyrocket to such insane heights? Well, it all comes down to rarity, errors, condition, and historical importance. The Lincoln penny has seen dozens of rare and valuable variations. Some were minted in extremely low numbers. Some contain rare die errors, like the famous 1955 double die obverse, where Lincoln's features and the inscriptions are clearly doubled. Others, like the elusive 1943 bronze Lincoln penny, were minted by mistake when the U.S. Treasury was supposed to be using steel for wartime efforts. Only a handful of these exist, and they sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction, but the coin that recently made headlines is a rare Lincoln penny with a perfect combination of condition, age, rarity, and historical anomaly. One such coin fetched a jaw-dropping $779,344 in a live auction. The world of collectors went absolutely wild. Let's talk numbers. The coin collecting market is experiencing a serious boom. Prices for rare and historical coins are climbing fast. People are beginning to understand that coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's an investment. And pennies? They're leading the charge. Currently, high-grade Lincoln pennies from specific years, especially those between 1909 and 1958, can fetch anywhere from $100 to tens of thousands of dollars, depending on condition and mint mark. Coins graded MS-67 red or higher by PCGS or NGC are extremely valuable. And if you find a Lincoln cent with an error, like an off-center strike, double die, or missing mint mark, the value can explode overnight. One collector found a 1922 no-D penny in pocket change. That's a coin struck in Denver, but missing the D mint mark. He sold it for over $12,000. The penny that recently sold for $779,344 had a perfect storm of rarity, stunning condition, and a historically rare die variety. Collectors went into a frenzy, and the bidding war pushed it to unbelievable heights. Now here's the big question: could you be holding one of these rare pennies right now? The answer might just surprise you. Here's what you should be looking for: check the date and mint mark. Look for pennies minted in low production years. The key dates include 1909 SVDB, 1914 D, 1922 No D, 1943 bronze, and 1955 double die. Mint marks include laughing face 4 Denvers for San Francisco. No mark usually means it was minted in Philadelphia. Inspect for errors. A strong magnifying glass is your best friend. Look for doubling on the date, Liberty, or motto. Also check for missing letters, off-center designs, or even cracks in the coin's surface. Preserve the condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Never clean old coins, it can reduce their worth significantly. Store them in proper coin holders and avoid handling with bare fingers. Found something interesting? It's time to get it graded. Trusted coin grading services like PCGS and NGC can professionally assess your coin's value. Once graded, you can sell your Lincoln penny at auctions, through coin dealers, or even online. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers frequently sell rare Lincoln pennies for tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Private collectors are always on the hunt for that perfect specimen. Some coins can go from a 1-cent face value to a $100,000 plus payday, just like that. So the next time you're about to toss a penny aside, stop and look, because you could be holding a piece of numismatic gold, a historical gem, or a penny worth more than a luxury sports car. Remember, Lincoln pennies are more than just spare change. They are treasure, hiding in plain sight. And as the market continues to explode, the next record-breaking sale could come from someone just like you. Don't forget to check your change, and keep collecting, because the next $1 million penny could be sitting right under your nose. This is JF Coin. Welcome back, coin lovers, to your favorite channel, JF Coin, where the tiniest coins can hide the biggest treasures. Today, get ready to be amazed, because we are diving deep into the world of one of America's most iconic coins, the legendary Lincoln penny. But this isn't just any penny. This video reveals everything about the Lincoln cent that could be hiding in your pocket, coin jar, or old family collection, and it could be worth as much as $779,345. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny copper coin could be your golden ticket. So stay with me, because we're going to explore the full story. From its rich American history to the hidden variations, minting errors, and current jaw-dropping market value, this is a coin collector's dream video. And at the end, I'll tell you exactly how you can find out if you have one of these ultra-rare Lincoln pennies that could change your life. Let's start with a journey back in time. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and what a person it was. Lincoln, the great emancipator, a symbol of unity, strength, and leadership, forever etched into our nation's legacy, and now into our coins. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original 1909 Lincoln wheat cent became a collector's item almost instantly. But did you know? Over the decades, there have been dozens of different Lincoln penny varieties. Some are common. Some are rare. But a few, and I mean just a few, are incredibly valuable. Now let's talk about what makes one Lincoln penny worth a whopping $779,000. Yes, a single penny. So what sets it apart? Condition. A coin's grade is everything. If your penny has never been touched by human hands, never spent, never scratched, never nicked, you could be looking at a near-perfect specimen known as mint state. Combine that with age, rarity, and mint errors, and you've got a recipe for a fortune. Let's focus on the most valuable Lincoln penny ever sold, the 1943 D bronze cent. In 1943, during World War II, pennies were made from steel to save copper for the war effort. But a few bronze planchets, which are the metal blanks coins are stamped on, accidentally got left behind at the mint. That mistake created one of the rarest coins in U.S. history. Only a handful are known to exist, and one of them sold at auction for over $779,000. Another one to watch out for is the 1955 double-die Lincoln cent. This error is unmistakable. The date and lettering on the front of the coin appear doubled, almost like a shadow. But this is not damage. It is a minting error caused when the die that strikes the coin shifted slightly during production. This penny has sold for tens of thousands of dollars depending on condition. Now fast forward to the 1990s. Even modern pennies have their secrets. Look out for the 1992 close AM Lincoln cent. In most pennies, the letters A and M in the word America are slightly apart. But in the rare close AM variety, those letters are almost touching. A tiny difference, a massive price tag. And what about the 1982 small date copper penny? 1982 was a transitional year. Pennies were being changed from 95% copper to a cheaper zinc core. During that year, both large date and small date versions were struck, and some small date copper pennies snuck into circulation. These are rare, hard to spot, and highly valuable. Still not impressed? Let's talk about 1969's double-die obverse Lincoln penny. This variety is one of the most dramatic double dies ever discovered. If you see one, every word on the front of the coin looks like it's doubled. This coin has fetched over $40,000 at auction. Now I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but how do I know if my penny is one of the rare ones? First, grab a magnifying glass. Check for any doubling in the text. Look at the date. Check the back. Check the mint mark. Small differences can mean big money. Also, always weigh your pennies. A copper penny weighs around 3.1 grams. A zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. Sometimes the weight alone can help you spot a rare transition error, and don't forget the key years. Write these down. 1909 SVDB, 1914 D, 1922 No D, 1943 Bronze, 1944 Steel, 1955 Double Die, 1969 S Double Die, 1970 S Small Date, 1982 Small Date Copper, 1992 Close AM, 1999 Wide AM. You don't need to be a millionaire to become one. All you need is to look closely at the coins you already have. That's the beauty of coin collecting. Every coin tells a story. Every scratch, every shine, every edge, every error, they all have meaning. And sometimes, they have value beyond your wildest dreams. Now let's talk current market trends. Lincoln pennies are hotter than ever in the collectibles market. With precious metals rising in value and historical coins gaining attention from investors, the demand is growing fast. A 1943 D bronze penny sold for over $779,000 at auction. And with so few out there, prices are climbing every year. Collectors from around the world are bidding fiercely at auctions. Rare Lincoln cents are now considered investment assets. What used to be pocket change is now a portfolio piece. That's right, people are investing in pennies the way others invest in stocks and gold, and here's the best part, these treasures are still out there. In your change, in old drawers, in your grandfather's coin box. The United States Mint produced billions of Lincoln pennies over the decades, and among those billions, there are still hidden gems waiting to be discovered. So what should you do next? Start looking. Every penny could be the one. Educate yourself. Watch more videos right here on JF Coin. We break down coin values, rare finds, and how to spot errors like a pro. Protect your coins. Use gloves. Store them in holders. Don't clean them. Cleaning a rare coin can destroy its value, and finally, if you think you found something special, get it professionally graded. PCGS and NGC are two of the top grading companies. A high-grade label can turn a $5 penny into a $50,000 sale. My friends, the Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It's American history. It's a collector's dream. It's a potential jackpot hiding in plain sight. So open that piggy bank. Check those rolls. Ask your relatives. Because the next time you find a penny, it might just be the one that's worth $779,000. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters. Today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into one of the most shocking and rare finds in modern U.S. coinage, a 2001 D. Lincoln penny that has stunned experts and collectors across the nation with a market value reaching a jaw-dropping $779,348. Yes, you heard that right, a simple 1-cent coin from 2001 could turn you into a near-millionaire overnight, so stay tuned, grab your coin jar, and get ready to check your change, because this is not just history, this is history in your hands. Let's begin. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of American pocket change since it was first introduced in 1909. It replaced the Indian head cent and celebrated the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent has gone through many changes over the decades: new compositions, new back designs, and of course, special mint marks, but one thing has stayed the same: its importance in American culture and numismatics. And once in a while, a coin like the 2001 D. Lincoln penny comes along and completely changes everything. At first glance, the 2001 D. penny looks just like any other. Struck at the Denver Mint, that's what the D stands for, millions these were produced for circulation. But not all 2001 D. pennies are created equal. There are a few ultra-rare specimens with minting errors, die varieties, and high-grade conditions that make them worth a fortune. One such coin was recently valued at an astonishing $779,348 due to its extreme rarity and immaculate condition. So what exactly should you be looking for? Minting errors. One of the biggest reasons this penny is worth so much money is because of rare mint errors. We're talking about things like off-center strikes, double die obverse, missing clad layers, and even transitional planchet mistakes. These errors are not supposed to happen, and when they do, collectors go wild for them. Another major factor is condition. The penny that sold for nearly $800,000 was graded MS 69 RD by PCGS, which means it's almost perfect and has a full red luster. Only a handful of coins ever reached that level of perfection. The red color indicates it hasn't oxidized, which is incredibly rare for a coin over 2 decades old. Rarity of the error coin. Only a tiny number of these error coins are known to exist, which makes them extremely desirable. When demand goes up and supply is practically zero, the value skyrockets. Provenance and certification coins that are graded and certified by trusted grading companies like PCGS or NGC gain instant credibility in the market. If you ever find one, sending it in for professional grading can be the difference between pocket change and a fortune. This is not just speculation. In a recent auction hosted by one of the world's top numismatic firms, a 2001 D. Lincoln penny with an extremely rare double die reverse and flawless red finish fetched an unbelievable $779,348. Bidders from all over the globe were vying for this coin. It was a moment that made headlines in the numismatic world and redefined how people look at modern pennies. Now here's where you come in. This coin could be sitting in your drawer, inside a piggy bank, or even rolling around in your car's cup holder. Here's what you need to look for. Check for a clear mint mark below the date 2001. Look closely for doubling on the letters. The reverse side for off-center designs or unusual spacing. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Some errors are very subtle. Pay attention to the coin's shine. A bright, copper-red coin is more desirable than one that has turned brown. If you think you have something special, get it checked immediately by a professional grading service. Even if your coin isn't worth hundreds of thousands, you might still be holding onto something valuable. Here are some other known varieties and their current values. 2001 D double die obverse up to $250 in MS condition. 2001 D off-center strike, 10% to 50%, up to $1,000 depending on error size. 2001 D full red MS 67, around $100 to $3002001. D with die clash, rare and can bring in $500 plus. These may not be six-figure coins, but they're certainly more than 1 cent. It might seem strange that a modern penny could be worth so much. But here's the truth, modern era coins and high-grade examples are becoming harder to find as time passes. People are beginning to recognize their long-term potential. Coin collecting is not just a hobby anymore, it's a serious investment strategy, and with every viral discovery like this 2001 D penny, more people are digging through their change and driving demand even higher. If you believe you found a rare 2001 D penny, handle it carefully, use gloves if possible, take clear photos, both sides, up close, consult an expert or dealer, preferably someone who specializes in modern US coins, submit it for grading. PCGS, NGC, or ANAX are your best bets. Research recent sales to see what similar coins are fetching. Never clean your coin, it can reduce the value drastically. Just think, something as small and ordinary as a penny, something we often ignore, could be worth more than a luxury car, a college degree, or even a house. That's the magic of coins. That's why we do what we do here at JF Coin, to bring hidden treasures into the light and to help you discover the extraordinary in the everyday. So go grab your coin stash, call your family, tell your friends, because one of you could be holding the next six-figure Lincoln penny. If you found this video helpful, interesting, or exciting, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to JF Coin for more in-depth coin stories, shocking values, and the latest market updates. Tap the bell icon so you never miss a video, because every coin has a story, and you never know which one might change your life. This is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, your #1 destination for everything rare, valuable, and surprising in the world of coins. If you're someone who loves treasure hunts in your pocket change or has a coin jar full of secrets waiting to be uncovered, then you're in for a thrilling ride today, because in this video, we're diving deep into a tiny coin with a massive story, the 2013 D Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, one of these small copper-colored coins has been valued as high as $779,349 in rare conditions. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $800,000 for a penny that might be lying unnoticed in someone's drawer right now. So stay with me, because we're about to explore why this modern penny has become a numismatic legend, what makes it extraordinarily rare, and how you can find out if the one you have is worth life-changing money. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln penny first came into circulation back in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a major break from tradition. Over the years, the design changed slightly, from the famous wheat reverse to the Lincoln Memorial, and eventually, in 2010, to the current Union Shield reverse design. Now fast forward to 2013, when millions of pennies were struck with the mint mark at the Denver Mint. Most of these were ordinary, low-value coins, worth just 1 cent, but among them, a few hidden gems made it into circulation. These era coins and high-grade specimens are now commanding prices that shock even seasoned collectors. You might be asking, how could a modern penny be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and errors. Most 2013 D pennies are very common. There were over 3.5 billion struck that year at the Denver Mint. But a few incredibly rare examples have minting mistakes that make them extremely valuable. Some of these error types include double die errors, where the design appears doubled, usually noticeable in the date, lettering, or Lincoln's features, center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned, leading to a visibly shifted image, die cracks and cuds, raised lines or blobs on the coin caused by damage to the minting die. Wrong planchet errors, coins struck on metal blanks intended for another denomination, sometimes even from foreign countries, but it's not just about the error. The condition of the coin is equally important. Coins graded MS68 or higher can fetch incredible prices. In one astonishing auction, a 2013 D Lincoln penny with both an error and a near-perfect grade reportedly sold for a staggering $779,349, making it one of the most valuable modern pennies ever. Let's break it down even more clearly. If you have a regular 2013 D penny, it's worth 1 cent. If you have a 2013 D penny in uncirculated condition, it might be worth 25 to 50 cents, maybe up to $1 to the right buyer. but if you have a double die error, you could be looking at $100 to $1,000 depending on how strong the doubling is. A major off-center error, those can fetch anywhere from $200 to $3,000. A coin struck on the wrong planchet, that's a jackpot. Some examples have sold for $5,000, $10,000, and in rare cases, over $100,000. A perfectly preserved, high-grade MS-69 with an error. Now we're talking about the $779,349 club. That's why collectors, dealers, and even casual hobbyists are always on the lookout. These valuable coins aren't just in museums, some are hiding in penny rolls, cash registers, or even in your pocket change. So how do you know if your 2013 D penny is special? Use a magnifying glass or a coin loop. Look closely at the date, letters, and Lincoln's eyes for any signs doubling. Check the edges and shape. Is the coin off-center? Are there any unusual bumps, cracks, or raised lines? Weigh. The regular Lincoln penny weighs 2.5 grams. If yours weighs more or less, it may be a wrong planchet error. Condition matters. If your coin has no scratches, has a bright luster, and looks untouched, it could be a mint state coin. Get it graded. If you think your penny might be rare, submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can increase its market value tenfold or more. Let's talk real numbers. Here are a few actual sales from recent years. A 2013 D Lincoln penny with a major center strike and full mint luster sold for $2,500 at a national auction. A double die obverse example, certified at MS66 red, sold $4,200. A coin struck on a silver dime planchet, incredibly rare, sold privately for over $14,000. And then, the Holy Grail, the MS69 red 2013 D Lincoln penny with a unique die error, sold for $779,349. This coin is one of a kind and still being talked about in the coin community today. Now tell me, have you ever thought a penny could make you rich? The 2013 D Lincoln penny proves that even modern coins can be worth a fortune. All it takes is the right error, the right grade, and a little bit of luck. Every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth nearly $800,000. So before you toss your change in a jar or pass it at the store, take a moment. Look at your pennies. Flip them over. Get a magnifying glass. Your next treasure could be waiting in plain sight, and remember, knowledge is power, especially in the world of coins. Keep learning, keep hunting, and who knows, the next viral coin discovery might come from you. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2013 D Lincoln penny, hit that like button, subscribe to JF Coin, and turn on the bell so you never miss out on the next big coin that could be worth a fortune. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 2013 D penny or want help checking your coin. I read every message, and I love hearing from fellow coin lovers. Until next time, happy hunting, coin family. This is JF Coin.